Hey everyone, Ali here. Well, today I'm coming to you with a shopping spree that I've been on. So it'll include Spotlight, my favourite shop down here at Ashmore on the Gold Coast. If you haven't seen the store, I'll actually put a link up above here with my shopping spree in the store. Also, my online dies that I've purchased. Okay, so there's quite a few. I also have an announcement that I will talk about at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. So let's get started. So I actually went to Spotlight to buy some balloons for my son, but I cannot go in without going to the craft store. Craft section. So first of all, I found these American Craft brand pop microbeads. So these are metallic. Now I've got grape and I've got silver. Now I've never used these at all, but I thought for $2 I'll give it a go. But I didn't pay $2. They had 50% all their craft clearance. So I thought, right, okay then, I'll get a couple for $1. What can happen? Okay. So I never used them, but I got home and I thought, I'll give it a go. Okay, so I got some double-sided adhesive tape, just put it down and just sprinkled each of the colour onto here. Okay, now, so this is the grape and this here is the silver. So one thing that I thought of doing is adding some gel medium and some beads together, and I can use them in art journaling, so to give you some really nice texture. So I was quite pleased with my little find of those there. So I don't know how much they were originally, but like I said, they were marked down to $2 and I only paid $1. They only had silver and grape there, so yeah, but anyway, so that's that one. Now Christmas is over, so they're just getting rid of all their Christmas dies. Okay, so they had a few there, but I just picked up these two here. So they're the Craft brand, which I love. Now I picked up a Christmas star and the pine trees. Now, would you like to have a guess how much these were? Okay, they were $3 each, but originally they were $10.99. I got them for $1.50. So I thought, you know what, I couldn't go past it, so I grabbed those two there. I also grabbed some Brats. Now these are Dear Lizzie Brats, and there's 13 Brads in this pack here. So they're not for a particular occasion, they're for any occasion really. So I thought they were quite a nice set of Brads. So I haven't got anything like this in my stash, so I thought, yep, I'll grab those. These were $3. I got them for $1.50. So how good is that? So pretty cheap. Now, you know me and paper. I love paper. I was totally excited when I saw this paper pack here. On closer look, it is a Michaels brand. Can you believe that? Michaels in Australia. I was excited because you know what? I am so envious when I see fellow YouTubers show their Michaels haul, right? So I saw this paper and I just got a little bit excited, but I got really excited when I opened it up. So I'll just give you a bit of a flip through. Now some of it is plain, okay, and others is textured with glitter. Absolutely beautiful. Now I did a bit of a card this morning using this paper, so I'll show that a little later, but isn't that beautiful? And look, you could use paper like this onto a card with a sentiment on plain cardstock and use that and make up a really quick card. So now I paid $9.99 for this paper pad, and it's a 12 by 12 inch and it's 48 sheets, so you get 2 sheets of each colour, and it's a thick cardstock as well. So once again, I was just totally excited when I saw this paper pad. They did have another paper pad there for $9.99, and I'll probably look at getting that one as well down the track. Isn't that pretty? That'd be really nice for Valentine's Day. So really nice textured paper here. It's always nice having textured paper on a cardstock as well, especially if you don't have to do much to it like that. So some tags, some borders, so if you just wanted to use one of the borders there, and some more tags. So that's the Recollections signature pad there, so I was super excited about that. Okay, let's move on to my online dies. So I have purchased, now with all these dies, by the way, I will not be putting any description or putting down where I got these dies. If you want to know any information about this, you'll need to message me, okay? So there'll be no price, and I won't be telling you verbally where I got them. Okay, so I got all these from the one supplier. Now what I liked about this is it's got a cross stitch border. So I really liked these, and I do like the shaped dies. Now I got the tags, the labels, the square, the rectangles, the circles, and also the hearts. Okay, so these 5 here, they all came in a 5-pack, and the hearts came in a 3-pack. So I'll just run through the dimensions for you. Okay, so the heart measures 11 centimeters by 11, nearly 11.5 centimeters. The tag here is 8.25 centimeters by 12.75 centimeters. The square is 8.5 square. The labels here are nearly 9 centimeters by 11.25. The circle dies are 10.5 centimeters circle, and the rectangles here is 9 centimeters by 12 centimeters. So they're a nice size die, but like I said, I liked these because of the shapes, basically. Okay, so they all came from the one supplier. I also got this star one here, and this is how it cuts out. So it cuts into the card, it doesn't cut it out. Okay, so that's it there. Now this measures 11 centimeters from end to end, and roughly 5.5 centimeters from side to side. Okay, so that would be really nice. You could probably make a shaker out of that as well. Now when I cut this out, it cuts out all the little bits as well. So I've kept all the stars here. So keep those. They're good for shaker cards as well. So I keep all of this sort of stuff as well. I don't throw it. Okay, so that's the star die. So that was a really nice one. I also got a label not a label, a gift card holder. Now this comes in 4 pieces. Okay, so it cuts out the label, sorry, it cuts out the gift card, and you can use these as well. So you can have the gift card holder plain, or you could use these. So these cut into the card, they don't cut it out. Okay, so I've got some examples here. So I've just cut, so I cut out my shape, and it comes with score lines as well, so it's easy to score. So what I do is I cut the shape out, I score the lines, and then I cut out this part here. Okay, if you don't fold the card and just go ahead and just cut this part out, I find that trying to fold this over and score it can be a little bit difficult. So to make it nice and clean and tidy, I score first and then I cut out. Okay, so this is one that I did. Now there is a little bit of a defectiveness to this. So I cut this out the other day and I folded it all up, and you can use either adhesive glue or tape, whatever you want. If you're using glue, just be careful though that you don't stick the front down to the back. But when you fold it up, it doesn't fold neatly. Look at that, it folds sort of over, so it's not crisp like this one. So what I did is I just cut off about 2 millimeters off this side here, or 1/8 of an inch. Okay, so by doing that, it actually is a little bit shorter just here, giving it a nice, so when I do fold it, it does give it a nice fold. Okay, so that's the only thing that I found with this when I first cut it out, and I thought, why is this not folding? And also I actually cut the top bit out before I scored it, and that's when I found that it wasn't scoring very well. So score first, then die cut it out. Okay, now I also just did a embossing with this one here. So, and you can see, so I didn't cut it out, I thought I would just emboss it. So it turned out really nice. Now if you do want to die cut it out, this is what the pieces look like. So that's that one there, and once again it cuts into the card, it doesn't cut it out. Okay, and this is this piece just here. So once again it actually cuts into the card, doesn't cut it out. Okay, now I did cut it out just so you could actually see. Okay, so now this one cut out quite well. Okay, but this one here, you'll just need to just manipulate the bits out. Okay, so now I have cut, this is where I found that scoring first helps. Okay, so because if you don't score first, you're likely to bend in the wrong place. Okay, so it is a little bit harder to actually score. Okay. Okay, so I don't know if it's because of the actual score lines aren't very good. I'm not sure, but just from my own experience, and see, you're gonna, when you score here, it's gonna naturally want to score at the end here. So just another reason to score first and then cut. So do it in a two-step process. Okay, but I'll just quickly, okay, and I've cut that down there as well, and it didn't score on the score line. Okay, so you can see it's absolutely a beautiful gift card holder, but just beware that you will need to do it in a two-part process. So this here is my card that I've just done up, and my gift card here. Okay, so it fits in nicely. Okay, so that's it there. Now the dimensions for this is 15¼ centimeters by 10½ centimeters. Okay, so don't forget, two-part process. Cut this out first, then fold on the score lines, and then put this, lay it out flat, and if you want these, put then cut them out. Okay, so can't stress that enough. Okay, but overall I'm happy with the gift card holder. Okay, so I got another butterfly. I don't know how many butterflies I've got, but this one, it's a nice intricate one there as well. So it measures roughly 5 3/4 centimeters, and by, you're looking at about 4 1/4 centimeters. So really pretty. Whoops. A really pretty die. Okay, now tags. So I purchased this. This is a two-piece tag set. Okay, and it comes in two pieces, as I mentioned, but this one is a stitched around the edge. So really pretty if you just want to just cut that out just with the stitching on the side. Or it comes in this as well. Now this actually cuts out. Okay, so it'll actually cut. Oops. It'll actually cut it out. Okay, so the tag measurement, you're looking at 5 3/4 centimeters by about 10 centimeters. Okay, so they fit in nicely together. Okay, so there's that. I also purchased separately a word die. So you know me and my word dies. I love word dies. Okay, so this one here is Good Luck, and it's got the same. Okay, so the background is stitched. Okay, and the word die is very delicate. So I normally cut this on black cardstock backed with double-sided tape. Okay, so I can adhere that onto the backing. Now I have made something with both of these. So, and this is my tag here. So I just put it on some black cardstock, and I just cut it out with some darker pink, and then used this one here with some lighter pink and some black cardstock backed with double-sided tape. So you can use that like for a bookmark, you can use it on a card, which I thought I might do. There's a number of things that you can do with that, but I just thought the faux stitching around the edge here and on the card would just go so well together. So the Good Luck word die here measures 7 1/4, and from tipped bottom there, you're looking at roughly 4 centimeters. Okay, so really, really nice those. So that's that one. And you know how I love background dies. Okay, so I saw this. Now I have made up a card, and this is my card here. Now this took me all of 15 minutes to make up. It was that simple. Okay, so I just used some black Portercraft cardstock, and the backing paper is from that Michael's pad that I showed you from my spotlight haul. So this card measures, now it is a little bit bigger than normal cards, so you're looking at 11 1/4 by nearly 14 centimeters. Okay, so I made this as a top folding card. Okay, I just got some label dies, and I just cut out three labels in different colors, and then I just had a word die. I think this is Yellow Bicycle word die here. So 15 minutes and I made up a nice and easy card. Okay, so that's that one there. And you know how much I also love background dies. So let me just grab. Now these dies here came in a little bit late because I wanted them for Christmas, and this is how they cut out. Okay, so they're Christmas trees. So they're a layering stacking die. Now I only saw these two and how they stack, so I've got a background there, put the smaller one on, and then the bigger one over the top there. Now once again, these can make nice and easy Christmas cards. Okay, all you need to do is just cut out 2 coordinating colors together, 3rd color on the back, cut out a label, and you can stamp a sentiment on the front. Merry Christmas. How easy is that? Okay, the other thing that I liked about this is when I cut these out, look at all these little Christmas trees. Okay, so I've got a few different sized Christmas trees here. Okay, so I keep these, don't throw them. I even kept the little circle bits out of here as well. So keep those. Because they make good shaker cards. Don't have to use these dies, but you could use another die. Okay, so that there is the stacking dies there. Okay, now these measure, I think these measured the same, no, 10.5 centimeters by 13 3/4 centimeters. Okay, and they're both the same size as well, so they will stack really nicely together. I got another stacking die, but this is a set of 3. Now I bought these separately as well. Okay, and once again, these are all the same size. Okay, so, and I've cut them out so I can show you what they actually look like. Okay, so they stack together, and the beauty of this is you can use all 3, you can use 1, you can use 2, you can use those ones, or these ones. There's a number of combinations that you can do with stacking dies. Okay, so now these are all the same size, so that's 10.5 centimeters by 13 3/4 centimeters, these ones. So they just stack nicely together, just like that. So isn't that a cool effect? Okay, so you could use just those 2. You could use, should have cut this out in a different color, but you could use those. You could even use it for Christmas because they look like a star, a snowflake as well. you could use those for a geometrical look. Okay, so all stacking dies are normally sold separately. So yeah, so I do love stacking dies because when you work full time and you've got a card that you have to make, you've forgotten about someone's birthday, you can just quickly make up a card, nice and quick. 15 minutes, that's all it takes. Now, my last one was I got an Easter die and stamp set. Okay, so this is it here. Aren't they cute? So I've got that for Easter, and I love it because they come with the dies as well. Okay, because I hate fussy cutting, and these look like that they'll cut close to the edge, leaving maybe a really small white border. Okay, so I really liked that there as well. Okay, so that is my shopping spree that I have done. My announcement is, guess what's coming up? Valentine's Day. Now, I do regularly upload videos on a Tuesday night and a Friday night. However, I will be randomly doing projects for Valentine's Day. So they're not just cards, they're little projects as well. So some cards will be included, but I've got some really cool ideas. Okay, so watch out for those videos. They will be randomly put up, okay, for the next 4 weeks. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed my shopping spree today, and thank you for joining me. And until next time, everybody, happy crafting. See ya.